I'm Roddy DeBulsey, joined by Jed May. We are part of UGAsports.com, now on the On3 network. First time doing this with On3. We appreciate them giving us the bandwidth to come out here and do stuff like this. First day of Georgia fall practice.
Yep. It does not feel like spring.
It does. Yeah. It's not. Well, I wanted to say fall practice, but this ain't fall weather, man. This is freaking hot. And Kirby was hot today, as to be expected on day one.
Yeah, people were slow. People are out of shape.
They are the worst players ever.
We got people. Yeah, this team is doomed. You got guys looking like turtles. We got guys loafing. We got guys who aren't in Kansas or Illinois anymore. So yeah, it's what you expect. It's the first. What do we get? 15 minutes. First 15 minutes of the first practice. So about what you'd expect from an intensity standpoint.
Let's go through the call-outs. Michael Uni.
Got it bad.
Look like a turtle. Chase Linton. Do not slow down. If you slow down, you will get run over.
Ethan Barber, this isn't a walkthrough. On punt, by the way. On the punt team. Talon Taylor, get your helmet on. You're not in Illinois anymore. Rashawn Dinkins, you're very casual. With some other words.
Casual, that's brutal.
Thrown in there. So yeah, man, it's
this is a rated PG.
A family show.
Family show. So
yeah, I mean it's
day one.
It's day one, yeah, and it's what you expect. And we've come to learn like the guys he gets on a lot, or the guys he expects a lot from. So, you know, Talon Taylor's a highly rated guy. Chase Linton's a guy they were very high on. Rashawn Dinkins is a guy they got on late. So, guys they expect a lot of.
He was doing the same thing to the secondary. They were the defensive backs were high pointing the ball, and he was working on their timing. He's on a different field. Yep. So how he saw it, because I heard him and I was taking pictures of the guys high pointing the ball, and I'm like, well, he must be right there. And so you got to think for the team guys, they know they're on a different field, but Kirby's calling them out.
He's a former DB, senses it. It's like Spider-Man. I'll tell you, if we're talking about DBs, like, because I was focused on the new guys, Zion Branch is jacked. Because I saw him and I was like, who is that guy? I mean, he looks like, he's wearing number 2, so like it's not a fair comparison. He looks like a jacked, like Richard LeCown. Yeah. I was like, he's very, very, like obviously everybody talks about Zachariah Branch. Zion Branch looked great. He was going with it was KJ Bolden and Ja'Cory Thomas, and then it was, I believe, Zion Branch and I think it was Janelle Aguero went with him. So very, 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 very impressive guy. Talk about a newcomer at safety.
Well, his brother, I knew he was small. I didn't realize he was that small. He has a small guy.
But number 1 punt returner.
Absolutely.
From what I saw.
Yeah. And speaking of punts, we talked about him calling out Ethan Barber on a punt. Kirby said something very interesting. He said, we lost our 2 best gunners in the history of punt.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for 2 new gunners. So he was trying out everybody. Everybody's going to shot at gunner. And, well, now number 1's getting yelled at. He kept saying the most important play in college football is the punt.
Yeah.
And I'm like.
And he said the media didn't want to know the punt depth chart, which is where he's wrong.
We're writing it all down.
He's so wrong. But yeah, I mean, Arian Smith was 1 gunner. I don't know who the other one is off the top of my head, which shows how much I pay attention. But Arian Smith, I mean, you got a guy who's got track time. That's what a gunner is, a guy who gets down there as fast as possible.
Well, when you look over the years, how many times did Georgia not give up a punt return yard or gave up just a couple? So over the history of Arian Smith's career and those other guys, there were no punt returns. So, and again, it's day one. He's not going to freak out about punts. We've got to talk O-line, D-line. And there's a lot of beef out there, but Kirby was chewing those guys up too. He wasn't going just after the small guys who were. We actually had a couple guys see us taking pictures. They looked over and gave us some threw up some little.
Not smart.
If Kirby sees that, he's going to kill them.
Yeah, and
so of course we're going to run it.
He'll give us less practice access if that's possible. No, but I mean, you look at
he's chewing out the O line right now.
Yeah, I mean, me and Dash talked about it. Like, there's every year we come out here. Speaking of being a family-friendly show, and like you're just in awe of how big these guys are. Like Juan Gaston is a freshman, and he looks like the most impressive guy out there. And you can tell when I saw him in high school, he kind of had a little bit of a gut, which he's 17, right? He looks in great shape. Dennis Uzuchukwu looks in great shape. Mason Short looks great.
Yeah.
Somebody's pouting, which isn't good, but like these guys look great. Elijah Griffin looked great. JJ Hanney looks great. Like all these freshmen, especially the ones who have been here for, I guess, 7 months now.
Yeah.
They look great.
Yeah. The guys that look good to me, I was watching the defensive side, the outside linebacker group. Oof. And granted, when you look and see the inside linebackers, you know that you're 5 deep and the inside linebacker group. As good a inside linebacker group as maybe what Texas has, you know. Ohio State's always known to have them. Penn State's got a couple, you know. This is a ridiculous inside linebacker group, but the group if you're a Georgia fan, you got to be terrified.
And I think
there's nobody left on the outside linebacker spot. But then you start looking, you're like, okay.
And I think, we
Quintavious Johnson.
saw Quintavious Johnson, we saw Gabe Harris. Something that we haven't talked about a lot is Chris Jones moving from inside to outside.
That's right.
He was going third.
That was the big thing of the spring,
Yeah, and Isaiah Gibson, the freshman, was going fourth. And then you've got Elo Modozi, who, to me, I saw him and he looks like Nolan Smith, not necessarily super tall and really not even super long, but we've heard so many good things about him already. So, that's like you said, it seems like the cupboard's bare there. And then you really dig into it and see these guys like we did today. It's okay, maybe it's not all doom and gloom.
Same with the defensive line. You know, you talked about the sheer number of offensive guys they have. They've recruited well in the offensive line. Nobody's stacking 4 and 5 stars like when we would come to this thing in 2020, 2021, and you would have guys backing up, 5 stars on the second string. I mean, Jamari Sawyer's not starting. You know, Roderick Jones not starting. That wouldn't happen in today's day and age, but it just, they were waiting their time. You got Andrew Thomas ahead of them, guys like that. Isaiah Wilson, sat out, what a year at least.
I think,
So you got all these 5. You don't have that. But when you're looking at the offensive line and then specifically the defensive line, there's some talented guys there. You're like, okay, I see you, Jordan Hall. I see you, Xavier McLeod. I see you, Kristen Miller. It's like,
Joseph Jonah, John Yates.
That's where I was going to. That was my lead up to JJA.
Yeah, he looks like an outside linebacker almost. Not in a bad way. He's just he's so long, just. Because they had it split into defensive tackles, defensive ends, outside linebackers, and I was like, this guy's in the wrong place, and he.
Well, that's how Quintavious Johnson looked last year.
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
Aren't you supposed to be with the tight ends?
Right.
But now he's bulked out. It's like, oh my goodness. So, again, it's day one. You can be optimistic as hell, like we are, or you can be as pessimistic as Kirby is. He is chewing people out, and I'm hoping these aren't picking it up. Or if not, we're not going to be able to run this.
Yeah.
Chris Cole's getting it now.
Justin Williams got it earlier. I think that was a punt thing.
Oof. But I'll put it to you this way. I will always take Kirby Smart against the field when it comes to roster management. What we saw today I was coming in saying, look, I don't know how they're going to do an offensive line, don't know how they're going to do defensive line. I don't know if the wide receivers are going to be better than they were last year. I'm told they're better. I'm told it's night and day.
Noah Thomas looks great.
Yeah.
I mean, just like we did in the spring, I saw him and I was like, and by the way, CJ Wiley, not that much smaller. He's a very impressive guy. Obviously a freshman, got a long way to go, whatever, but he's a big guy as well.
So I'm putting it this way, and this will be my final thought. When you look at Georgia on paper and you look at them in person, this is a definitely top 5 team in the nation. No question in my mind. Will that be a top 5 team in the nation? Who knows?
Who's to say? Yeah.
According to Kirby right now, they're not going to be in the top 15.
Yeah, they're bottom 5. Yeah.
And but again, that's day one. That's what we expect. So, any other thoughts?
I look forward to doing this again in the spring when we get to see practice again. So.
Hopefully we'll get a chance we'll get one more of these at least. And be sure to check in the rest of our YouTube channel and Facebook channels. We've got Kirby Smart talking this morning. A lot of interesting things he said there. We've got at least 3 players. We didn't get Kristen Miller, but you do need to check what Micah Morris had to say. Raylan Wilson had some good stuff. Even Oscar Delp, Oscar's very good at saying nothing. Oscar had some one-liners in there that were worth you checking out. So be sure to check out all our other stuff on this channel, and we will see you very soon.